One of my favorite things to watch is when artists perform videos or perform their songs in alternate ways and then film them and turn them into videos. But it's when they perform their song that we know very well from the studio recording, and then not even that they perform it live, because even the live can sometimes be similar to the studio recording. Sometimes it's very different, but I really like the alternative way. For what I mean by that is a song like Traitor, for example, by Olivia Rodrigo. It's very well produced on the album. It's a really catchy song. One of my favorites off of her Sour album. But it's cool to see now an alternative way where now it's just, piano, maybe, Dan Nigro on acoustic guitar, but just pretty simple production, almost to some degree likely how the artist wrote it. They didn't likely write it with all that production. Sometimes that happens, but most of the time it's the case where they just, write it on acoustic guitar, write it on piano, and now you kind of almost get to see the song in its rawest form. And I, as a songwriter, as a performer myself, I think it's really cool. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Jacob Restituto, and I'm a musician from Northport, New York. And today, let's check this out. Olivia Rodrigo at the Ace Theater, Traitor. Oh, wow. Before she gets right into this, I do want to. I want to comment. I'm surprised by her piano playing. I knew she played the piano, but there's a really good amount of dynamic articulation, I guess is the word. Where it's I don't know. It's not block chords, which is like kind of like simple chords. It's played pretty emotionally. Which is the fancy words for that would be the dynamic articulation, but the more simple musical term would be there's emotion behind the playing. I'm impressed by that, actually. Also, the vocals in there sound phenomenal. Like they sound just like the studio recording. That's cool. Like the background oohs and ahs. Oh, although hold on a sec. Sorry to pause it again. But there's a piano player over here. So I'm curious. Oh, why did I go too far? I didn't realize there was a piano player over there too as well. Interesting. Brown guilty eyes and little white lies. Yeah, I played dumb, but I always knew. Hear the crowd in the background? You talked to her, maybe did even worse. I kept quiet so I could keep you. And ain't it funny how you ran to her the second that we called it quits? And ain't it funny how you said you were friends? Now it sure as hell don't look like it. Dude, her voice is perfectly delicate here, which we know in the chorus where it's gonna start to become significantly more powerful. But there's like this almost reminiscent conversationalist like vocal style here where it's like all these things happen. I'm thinking it's really cool that she's able to portray that within the actual way that she's singing. You betrayed me. I know that you'll never feel sure. Vibrato. The way I heard, yeah, you talked to her. Nice. When we were together, loved you at your worst. But that didn't matter. It took you 2 weeks to go off and date her. Guess you didn't cheat, but you're still a traitor. Now you bring her around just to shut me down, show her off like she's a new trophy. And I know if you were true, there's no damn way that you could fall in love with somebody that quickly. Dude, her voice sounds phenomenal. Like, and I said this in a different video. Like, what happens with artists, the more you perform a song, the more you become comfortable with a song, and the more confident you become. And one of the things you could really see is the difference between the Sour album and the Guts album. Sour, if you're not super familiar, is her first album. Guts is her second. You could see the level of confidence difference between the two, which is completely natural. Like Guts is a way newer album, so like she hasn't been playing these songs for a year or two at this point. I mean, which is crazy. I think Sour came out 2 years ago. I think it was 21. which is crazy, you know. So like she's been playing these songs for 2 years at this point. There's, you know, how many shows, how many performances, like there's just a level of confidence, and you can hear that in the vocal riffs and runs here, like the little subtleties in between, like, you know, each note and going between each note, you can hear the differences. You know, I appreciate the raw mix in this. Like, you know, we have the acoustic is just a single mono acoustic in the right ear, you know, the piano. I'm also, again, I said this in the intro, I'm very impressed with the vocal oohs and ahs from the harmonies in the background. Sometimes it's really hard to create that sound, you know, what we hear in the studio in a live setting, especially with like something with those those vocals. They have a very distinct sound in the recording, and sometimes I've heard artists try to record, like try to do live with some of the things that they did in the studio, like with vocal oohs and ahs and like layers and harmonies, and it never really comes out that great. But this sounds very surprisingly accurate.
Ain't it funny, all the twisted games, all the questions you used to avoid. Ain't
That's a cool shot. That's a really cool shot. I love the crowd voices. Classic Olivia writing right here.
When she's sleeping in the bed we made, push her down, forget about the way you betrayed me. 'Cause I know this, you'll never feel sorry for the way I hurt. I even talked to her when we were together. You gave me your word, but that didn't matter.
Great lyric change. Wait, was that a lyric change right there? You gave me a word, but that didn't matter. Or is that the same lyric in all the choruses? I don't know. I like when artists sometimes subtly change a lyric here or there. You could tell that they're also really well rehearsed between, you know, her and Dan. It'd be cool if Dan went on tour with her, but then he couldn't produce for other people if that was the case. I again am really impressed with the cohesiveness of the, you know, this acoustic piano, you know, guitar performance, especially with the vocalists in the background. It's blended so well, and you know, again, I've just seen so many people do it, and it just doesn't work, and I'm impressed with how well it works.
Yes, you did cheat, but you're still a traitor.
Wow, you don't see many cameras like that anymore. I wonder if Dan has any of them. Crazy, man. What a great performance. I hope you enjoyed that. I really, one of the things I said in the beginning of the video is I love watching artists do like more, just different versions, whether it be completely different, you know, production or stripped down versions. So I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. God bless and peace out.